Do you have, I hope you can still hear us though, do you have any intelligence whatsoever as to why is it that these attacks stopped, or at least it didn't go on for in about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then only resumed with such venom?
Well, you see, the truth is, this period, when you talk of the herdsmen looking for greener pastures for their flocks or their cattle, they move across from one place to another, where they feel they will have water for their cattle and then grass for the cattle to graze. That's where they move.
Let's talk about the information that we're receiving from the Honorable Chairman, House Committee on Rules and Privileges in our Abuja studios, Emmanuel Okejev. He's concerned that there are disparaging or different figures that you've branded out as 17 people to have been killed, when he's saying well over 50 people. Do you have a new figure now?
Please say it again.
Do you have an update on the number of casualties in Zaki Biam?
Yes, I was in Zaki Biam myself yesterday until about 4 p.m. And I went into the area where this issue, the mayhem happened. We inspected it, went to the hospitals where some of them are being admitted. I went to the mortuary too, where the dead bodies are kept, including the good reporter. So you can confirm from him how many corpses he met there. So I don't know where the other figure is coming from.
All right, let me pick you up on what you said recently. You were talking about the fact that they move from one place to another looking for where to graze and water to drink. Many have said that that is the problem, and that it should be ranches and not moving about. Do you think that that will help?
Well, I am not in any position to determine where they would raise, either in ranches or my responsibility here is to ensure that there is peace. And then if there is a problem arising from that, the right authority will take the right step towards ameliorating this problem.
All right, thank you for talking to us today, Mr. Bashir Makama, who is the Commissioner of Police in Benue. Markwe?
Well, thank you, Honorable Emmanuel Okejev is still with us in the studio. You heard the response of the Commissioner of Police. Was that reassuring for you?
Well, very conveniently, you could hear that the Buruku, where the cattle herders were concerned, no arrest. It is only in the Zaki Biam area that the arrest were. And that has been the story. The herdsmen will come, attack, and no arrest will be made. Very conveniently, no arrest was made. So how could that be reassuring? And from the way he put it, he said the attacks came in the night, and before they could get there, they had vanished. Well, let's take it that is the true position. That means that it could happen tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And they will claim that, oh, it was in the night and it happened. That cannot never be reassuring. That can never be reassuring. We have to see steps put in place. And the most basic of them is that which we mentioned in the motion, which the House came to a resolution, that these people must be disarmed. Otherwise, night will always fall, and they will come and attack and go back. But the truth of the matter is that they didn't go back. They attacked and took over. When the governor came, reporters followed the governor when he went there. When he came, he even spoke through the leader of the Cattle Rearers Association. He even spoke to them. So they didn't. Why was the governor giving them this 48 hours to leave if they had already left? They were there.
Well, you have been in Abuja for a while now. Since these attacks have happened, have you been home?
No, I've not been. I've been actually doing some advocacy. I'll be going home this weekend. But I've been in touch.
But since the history of the crisis, have you visited any of the flashpoints?
Wow, I have. I've been constantly in touch. But this time I decided let the world know what exactly is going on. Because it looks like when some stuff happens, people don't even want the world to know that this is happening. I don't understand why that should be so. This is a very sad situation, and the sad part is that it's not about to end. From the efforts I see put in place. It's not about to end. So at least the world should hear of what is happening.
The world, I mean, will hear as the world is hearing, but it doesn't bring solutions, does it?
The solution that I, as a legislator, can and try to provide is the one we have done. We have the House set up a committee to, first to invite the Inspector General to come and tell them what exactly is going on, how it could be stopped, and to ask the President to set up a presidential task force to, disarm those people. I think those are basic. If they are done, we'll go a long way. We won't be hearing of this thing, because you can't come without arms and do what they do.
Well, Honorable, I'm afraid that, we might need to be going. I think we'll be going on another break shortly. But just before we go on that break, you are talking about some of the steps that should be taken, as a solution to this problem. And you're already saying that the president should set up a presidential task force. How confident are you that that's going to bring any solutions? For instance, what do you think the task force is going to be doing? They're not the ones who are going to disarm these people, are they?
Well, if a task force is set up, that should be their job. I mean, because if you just leave it the way we heard just said, these people came in the night and did that. If you have intelligence, if that would be their work, you get intelligence as to when they are likely to come. And by the way, I can't see how people with cattle will just disappear. The way it's been made out, they can't just disappear into thin air. If they attack, it shouldn't be difficult to get them. So if you have a task force that is dedicated to finding a solution to that, I think we'll see a better solution than what we see now.
Well, at this point, we have to say thank you for coming on Sunrise Daily. Honorable Emmanuel Orker is the Chairman, House Committee on Rules and Business. Well, Sunrise Daily will continue in just a moment. Don't go away.